Hello friends, welcome back to Mirror of Psychology. Please subscribe this channel for more psychology related videos. In this video, we are going to discuss about some speech and language disorders to understand them clearly. Do you know that feeling when you know exactly what you want to say but your brain and your body just don't sync up? Imagine wanting to say hi and knowing the right word, but it just won't come out. That's the kind of frustration people with language and speech disorders deal with every day. In this video, we will know about apraxia, dyspraxia, aphasia, and dysarthria in an easy and clear way to avoid confusion between them. So first, let's know about apraxia. It's a motor planning problem. The muscles are fine, but the brain has trouble sending the right instructions to make movements happen. For example, if I ask you to stick out your tongue, you understand me. Your tongue works, but when you try, your brain cannot coordinate that movement on demand. In apraxia, a person knows the word they want to say, but the mouth muscles cannot coordinate in the right sequence. So, butterfly might come out as something like this. The struggle isn't from weakness, but it's from the brain's planning system misfiring. Now, let's know about dyspraxia, which is somewhat similar to apraxia, as both are problems with motor planning rather than muscle weakness. But dyspraxia is usually developmental, meaning you are born with it or it appears in early childhood. And that's why dyspraxia is also called as developmental coordination disorder. Dyspraxia is not just about speech, it can affect any movement like writing, catching a ball, buttoning a shirt, which means things that require precise coordination. For example, a child with dyspraxia may struggle for months to tie shoelaces, not because they are lazy, but because their brain finds it hard to plan and sequence the movements. Now let's know about aphasia. Aphasia happens when the part of the brain responsible for understanding or producing language is damaged, often after a stroke or brain injury. For example, a person with Broca's aphasia can understand what others are saying but struggles to speak. Their speech comes out in short, broken phrases. On the other hand, a person with Wernicke's aphasia can speak fluently but the words don't make sense. They also have trouble in understanding what others are saying. In both the cases, it's not about intelligence, but it's about the brain's language system being disrupted. The last disorder that we are going to talk about is dysarthria. In the other three disorders, the muscles that control speech, like the tongue, lips, and vocal cords, are fine, but in dysarthria, these muscles are weak or not working properly because of nerve or brain damage. For example, imagine your tongue feels heavy and your lips don't move well. Words come out slurred, slow, or mumbled, somewhat like speaking when your mouth is numb at the dentist. The important part here is to remember that dysarthria is a muscle control problem and not a thinking or language problem. Also, a person with brain injury can have both aphasia and dysarthria at the same time because they affect different systems of communication. Now, to summarize, apraxia happens when the brain cannot plan the movement but the muscles are fine. Dyspraxia is developmental coordination problems and not just a speech disorder. Aphasia is problems with understanding or expressing language, while in dysarthria, muscles for speech are weak or hard to control. These conditions can look similar from the outside, but the causes and the treatments are different. With the right therapy, patience, and support, people can improve with these problems. So, I hope that these disorders are now clear to you. If you like the video, then please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel.